What is up, disc golf fans? We are Gatekeeper Media, bringing you the back 10 coverage of the 2018 Philly Open. As we're only just a couple of weeks from 2019, we've been sitting on this footage for a little bit.
Yeah, like I said, oldie but goodie, but we're excited to share it and excited to film the 2019.
Yeah, so this coverage, as always, powered by Millennium Golf Disc, as we are moving into this back 10. Mike Moser sitting at 2 under. Mark 1 under for the round, 1 over for the score, so he's 3 strokes behind Moser. Still definitely a race.
Yeah, still in contention.
Yeah, I would say so. We're going to move into hole 10. This is the Freightliner. This is 25 red for traditional Sedgley. It's 305 feet at par 3. So this one is...
Talk about an uphill battle.
Yeah.
And where the other tee box is kind of like where you're shooting. There's that gap. So the tee box is going to be directly to the left, or I'm sorry, to the right of where we just were. And there's a pretty good drop off there.
Yeah, and I would say Moser's shot was basically perfect there. For a righty, you want to throw a really nice hyzer shot. Something stable for Mark.
And that one's, that might be right on the edge. Now, I don't know if that's playing OB or not.
There is OB on the right, but
it is.
I don't think that's out of bounds where he's at. Good shot from Erik, as he's had a pretty tough front nine, as I would say some of these guys have, 2 of them. So we have 2 guys that have been playing pretty well. 2 of them have been struggling a little. Villa really fell off on that last hole, taking a triple.
Yeah, and going from that right into this hole, that's got to be a challenge.
Yeah. So Mark's kind of right behind the blue tee box, and he... looks like you saw it from there for a second. I lost it, but he's going to have a long look for his 3. Villa does have this one tree to get around, but I would say, in this area, the best standstill approach shot person in the game.
I'd agree 100%.
Yeah, I mean, if he's standing still, he's throwing something either backhand.
He has a very shapeable standstill shot.
Yeah, that's better words for it. So Erik's going to land over there to the right. He's going to have a pretty tricky putt trying to get out all that rubble over there. Mark, the long putt. And, ooh.
All right.
That was nice. There we go.
Yeah,
I told you we were going to see some fireworks.
Talk about a par save. Let's go ahead and rewind that for you.
Great shot from Mark. Ooh. Actually got backside of the basket, too. Almost hit no chains.
Risky business.
Yeah.
But he needed it.
So great putt there from Mark.
And he's happy. Smiling it off.
Yeah. Good to see as he's keeping pace. And that could be a stroke that he can gain on Moser here if Moser's not able to capitalize. Almost the same distance for Moser. I would say maybe 5 feet closer. And he lands it too.
Yeah, textbook shot. Getting his 2.
Look at him. The Delaware Deucer. Starting to tear this course up. He's starting to pick it up here at the end. We'll see how this back 10 plays. Erik, like I said, really tough shot. He tries to go over.
Yeah, it likes to go high, and that was tough.
Here's 3 from Villa, or bogey, actually. My apologies. And we're going to have a bogey on Erik's end as well. Hole 11's the mini blender, hole 26 red, traditionally 259 feet, par 3 from the red tee, really tight gap as well. And this is going to be a tough one to get a 2-1, especially with the down tree there. You're going to drop it down, and then you have a pretty short approach shot. So Mike's not able to get through that gap.
He's commenting on that. Can't recall what he was saying, but I know it wasn't happy.
Good shot from Villa, and like I said, you kind of just want to land near that down tree.
Yeah, because the basket's perched kind of in the back right corner there.
Yeah, and there's some things guarding it, and it's a really low ceiling. I mean, this is a tough course to play when it's fully grown in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is pretty unforgiving.
I would say this hole is definitely way more attackable in the winter.
winter.
Yeah, in the winter. I would say these guys would be able to reach the basket, but from here, I don't see anyone really getting there. As that went over to the left for Erik. I didn't even see it. Like, oh, there it is. So Moser for his second shot.
He's attacking the green.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
Just couldn't get over that.
Spoke too soon.
Yeah. Just couldn't get over that tree. Marc.
Yeah, he'll find himself there.
Yeah. I really love this hole. This is a fun hole. It plays a lot different now with this tree down, as you can see.
This was newly down by this point.
Yeah.
Nasty shot by Villa. That's the way you make up ground.
Yeah.
Back to back, are we going to do it?
Yeah, I think we're going to give it to him.
All right.
Let's rewind that for you. I mean, it's well worth it. Look at this. And Chris, I apologize that this came out after we made our top 10 because this would have been in it.
Yeah.
That was a great putt from you, Chris.
Threading the needle right up to the pin.
Yeah, and you gotta and that shows his resilience. You gotta keep your head in the game. I mean, you take a triple, you gotta be frustrated, and you're still out there banging chains.
Yeah, he's riding high now. I'm sure he's probably got a lot of adrenaline pumping.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see how his round's gonna play out. See if he can work his way back up. Erik went pretty far to the left of the fairway. A little Anheuser flick approach.
Yeah, he's just gonna touch.
He was really close. I thought he was farther.
And it's best not to run that. You don't want to find yourself in trouble. Moser gets robbed. The guardian tree got him.
Yeah. Moser's going to take the 4.
So this is giving Marc a good opportunity here to start taking advantage and getting some strokes back on.
Yeah. Even if you're taking the par, I mean, if they're throwing away strokes right in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Stay consistent.
So Moser now sitting at 2 under for the round. Erik's going to take his par. Looks like Moser's kind of
calculating.
Yeah. So
Saying
close.
It was so close. Yeah.
Like that would have went in. So a little variety here as well. So we got a bogey here from the leader, Moser. Villa with that insane putt.
Yeah, I'm just happy to see some green on Villa's card.
Yeah, so he's still sitting at 7 over. As we're going to move into the 27 Dream Crusher. Hole 12 on this course. This is hole 27.
I love the names.
Yeah, it's awesome. Hole 27 red. This is the only hole that actually plays as a par 4 on traditional Sedgley Woods.
So. You can see why it's got the distance there for being how tight it is.
Yeah, it's a 2-shot hole. There's no way you can really get down there. So you're going to land kind of where I'm at, maybe a little farther.
And you'll see that's where your blue tee box is.
Yeah. And then you have another approach shot to the basket.
Which, that's always a good indication, if your approach or if your drive is landing where the tee box is, then that's going to be an automatic par 4.
Yeah. Oh, a little far to the right for Erik. These are going to be some pretty tricky scrambles for both Erik and Marc.
Yeah, you definitely want to be more center and left on the fairway. Because it does not give you much of a vantage point from here.
Yeah. Tough shot for Moser. Looks like he hit something and dropped dead. We're going to see a cut roller.
Is he going to chew through?
No. Kicks out in the fairway.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take that. I mean, he can still definitely get up and down for par. Erik's is a little tighter on his angles, and that's going to kick to the left. Villa's over there to the right, too. I mean, even that shot's a pretty tricky shot. Moser.
Everybody's having trouble keeping it low.
Yeah, it's this low ceiling. This one tree here.
So Marc,
good shot.
Making up for it.
Yeah, great shot from Marc.
Like an arrow.
Erik still trying to work some of that distance off this
could
hole.
Could not fight forward anymore.
Moser at this point, just take his medicine. He's going to lay up. Villa has a look for birdie here.
Fingers crossed.
So we saw them nail a nasty putt on the last hole.
Oh, it just comes up a little short.
So, but hitting the gray, knowing some of these guys are going to bogey here, I mean, that should be a good feeling for him.
Yeah, it's 2 holes in a row that you're getting some stroke shifts.
And here come the tap-ins. So Moser with his bogey. He's now only sitting at 1 under for the round. Tough golf here, folks.
And for those familiar with these players, it's quite a surprise.
Oh, yeah. I mean, these are some of the best players in the area, and they are struggling on this course.
Yeah, no green this time, folks.
Yeah, so both Mike and Erik taking the bogeys. Marc and Villa was able to get some gray. Only 2 strokes between Marc and Mike as we're getting close to the end. So we're going to move into hole 13. Going back to the traditional Sedgley now. We're kind of out back, and we're going to hit some traditional holes. This one being hole 11 traditionally, 280 feet, par 3.
Yeah, this is where I like to start seeing the layout. I mean, it's fun to see the new, interesting holes, but going back to the basics and just playing something everybody's familiar with is really fun to watch. See how people attack something they're, more comfortable with.
Yeah, so we're back at the roots.
Wow, that's gonna
It's gonna get through.
Good, yeah.
And this hole plays very fast green, so these guys, you kind of really have to be touchy with your shot here, because you can slide right past the basket. I did see that they put mulch down this year.
They did.
Yeah, so we're probably gonna see a lot more park shots, I would say.
That's a good spot to be as any.
Yeah. So Mike at the bottom of the card, we don't see that often.
That's got the up the gut approach, nice skip right
Perfect.
up to parked right under.
Yeah, perfect. That's got to be a deuce. So Villa scrambling. And that's a long look for his par. The rest of these guys are going to be able to try to get their 2s, if anything. Take your 3. But I would say at this point, this is a hole you want to get a 2 on. I'd say a pretty fairly easy hole. Oh. So Villa's going to be back in the red there.
Mike with the only 2. I know he's happy about that one.
Yeah.
He's tired of giving up strokes.
Erik's able to get his par. Marc should take his par. Is he eating something? Looks like he is, yeah. I thought I thought he was asking Erik if he wanted something. Like, hey, you want some? You got to keep your energy up.
You really do, especially when you're caddying for yourself.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, see? Yeah, here, take some. You want some? I know Villa doesn't want any of those bogeys. We're going to see some green on Moser's side in here. He's going to have a 3-stroke separation between him and Marc. Erik 7 over. We're going to what I would say, everyone would say, I guess hole 12.
One of the more iconic.
Yeah, so hole 14 here, hole 12 traditionally, we're going to be throwing from red to the long basket. Par 4 at only 360 feet. This is a pretty tough hole. I would say one of the hardest holes here at Sedgley.
It seems like all the hardest holes have 2s in them.
Yeah. So these guys, you kind of want to get down. There's a really big tree that Marc's kind of throwing right at right now. You want to land somewhere around that tree. Basically exactly like that. And then your approach shot, you do have to be very tricky and delicate with throwing, penetrating that green there.
Yeah, because that's very fast green on quite the slope.
Yeah. As Erik's is going to be a little to the left. I think he'll be all right over there, but as we can see, there's still rain dropping. It's interesting that Chris went from jacket to no jacket.
All right, so he finds himself in just about a textbook's position for that next approach.
Moser luckily has a line. And he stays...
Oh, wow.
I think he hit the tree and it rolled. As he's over near the short basket, as you can see.
Looks like Marc hits that tree too.
Yeah. His came a little short. So we're going to see a nice little turnover forehand.
Not sure.
Don't
if that
catch anything
flattens
there.
out, no.
Yeah. So here's Chris with his standstill approach. Like we said, some of the best in the game. Oh, no. Oh, what?
The Black Eagle.
Oh. I mean, he must be feeling it if he's still hitting chains. That's going to be a tough one for Chris.
Yeah, and you do place your marker directly beneath the disc there. Yeah. So see his footing there?
Yeah, that's tough.
And he very light touch here.
Yeah. He's going to be able to get his 4, though.
I believe Villa and I were talking after this happened, and we should all get sponsored by Hefty because we bagged our cameras and he's hitting bagged baskets. So shout out to Hefty, where that sponsorship at.
Erik's going to take his par. It's a good putt.
Walking off the par.
Yeah, it's a good putt from Chris. And you know what that is, folks. That's a par for him.
That seems to be the trend the most out of any other frame that we've got.
Yeah. So Moser still sitting at 2 under. The only one sitting under for the entire tournament currently through hole 14. So we're going to get ready for hole 15. This is the Memorial Gardens. This is traditionally hole 17. Playing from red. It's 310 par 3. I would say another tackable hole for these guys.
Yeah, for sure. Now, where all the tee pads and everything are located for this hole, as you can see, there's a big cluster of tee pads here. So this is the part of the course that's really on top of one another. So a lot of folks may be wondering why we have a safari style layout for this. And this is one of the largest fields that this course sees over the course of the year. So that layout is really to help prevent the danger of hitting someone.
Yeah, and the backups and everything, because this course being one of the oldest courses in the United States and on the East Coast for sure, the way the course was designed still being original, a lot of it. And that's how the tee boxes are laid out.
I believe like the big lid tournaments, they go original layout and play with the giant frisbees. And, so it is still playable like it was back in the 70s.
Villas kind of overshoots that a little bit.
Moser found himself really close to the OB line.
Yeah. As he's going to get his 3. So right at this point, funny enough, big shout out to Kof. He actually hit an ace on hole 18, traditional hole 18, hole 16 in this tournament, right as this kind of happened.
Yeah, we got to hear it.
Yeah. Long putt for Chris, and he gets it. Nice bird from him.
Yeah, and I believe Kof was on the card with Brandon Hauer ahead of us, and they were battling it neck and neck. And then Brandon had made the comment that, he's like, oh, Kof only needs an ace to really start taking it away. And as soon as he thought that, he got one.
Yeah.
So it's like you wish it upon yourself sometimes.
So funny enough is at this point, he's starting to become a contender against Moser.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
All because it takes one shot.
Yeah.
One hole.
Especially with Moser taking a 3 when everyone else is going to be taking 2s. Or he's taking a 4, so that did go out of bounds. Yeah, so he's taking the 4. Couple birdies. Got a par from Marc and a bogey from Moser. Only 2 strokes between him and Marc, and we only got a couple holes left.
Close game.
Yeah, we're going to move into hole 16. This is traditionally hole 18, and this is the Island Blue 18.
I really like when they turn it into an island.
I wish it was an island year-round.
Yeah, it could be kind of cool. Build up like mulch in the center, and that's like the water hazard or something.
So it's only coming in at 234 feet, so reachable for everyone here. But it's an island.
Yeah.
Anytime it's an island, I think it just plays a mental factor for you.
Oh, yeah. And there is a drop zone.
Yeah, so the drop zone's kind of near that tree, that lone tree in the fairway to the right there. This Villas turns it. No.
He's safe.
No.
No?
Nope. We're going to get the flag from Benji.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I thought it was safe too when it originally happened.
Yeah, it's hard to tell exactly what that line is on with the flags.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. Yeah, and that's going to go too. So we're going to have 2 from the drop zone. Moser.
Keeping it high.
Yeah,
But
but
it floats right over.
textbook. It's going to be an easy 2 for Mike. And that's a good feeling knowing that Marc just went OB. Knowing that you're going to get that stroke back. Or at least maybe even 2. Cause...
Yeah, start separating yourself again.
So this is I think it's a very fair drop zone where they have it. I mean, you're able to run it and try to save your par, but it's still far enough and tricky enough to where it's not a gimme.
Yeah, and they give it to you right in the center of the fairway, too.
Mm-hmm. So I really like how they played this hole here at the Philly Open. And it's right where Tournament Central is, so it's a cool way. It's a good loop back.
Yeah, I know in years past they've done like a live stream of this where you see everybody kind of bringing it in.
Mm-hmm. Marc's going to take the bogey. Villa with the bogey. He was saying, come on, island, really? So a couple birdies, a couple bogeys, all over the places. Now there's a 4-stroke difference between Mike and Marc with only 3 holes left. We're getting closer here to saying that he might have locked it up, but...
So this is a very interesting hole. We got the 1 to 2 Safari. You got the 1 red pad all the way to the pin for 2.
Yeah, or from yellow, it looks like. But there is a Mando tree, so you do have to go to the right of that tree down there. It has a red flag on it. This is a roller. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
So he does clear the Mando. He's in a pretty good spot.
Moser sets himself up for the backhand roller as well.
And I remember watching him at Masters like a year or 2 ago, and he put out so many rollers. Because I actually had to step out of the way, but he goes right where Erik is.
Is he not on the right side of that kind of bushel there?
I think he's just right in the bushel, yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris's good shot. Almost the same spot, just with a nice little backhand turnover.
Yeah, he's going to like that placement a lot better, though.
Almost at the number 2 blue tee box.
Mm-hmm.
And this was flirting with that Mando. But he makes it.
Is that Mando the ribbon?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to stay to the right of that ribbon.
That ribbon's still up in there.
So second shot, this is a very tricky approach because it does dog leg up to the right, and it is uphill. So I'd say at this point, I mean, this is a tough, other than, like I said, traditional hole 12 for Sedgley, hole 2 for Sedgley is a very tough hole.
Like I said, the holes with 2s in them are the harder ones too. Mark's pretty far to the left there.
Yeah.
Looks like.
We'll
Looks like maybe it kept moving too, by the way that you kept pointing to the
yeah,
disc.
we'll see if he's behind that tree or how that's going to work out. Moser just drops his down. At this point, he's playing for 4.
Oh boy. That is not ideal.
Nope.
And he hits some trees above him too.
Yeah, and it drops. Oh, no, it's still rolling.
It gets a fortunate roll.
Yeah, he's getting a little, actually. I mean, that rolled like a good 50 feet almost.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going with the sidearm to get his up and down.
So, he's coming in hot.
Yeah.
But, nonetheless, good. Yeah, good shot. Villa running it.
Just short. Well, a little more than just short.
It's well within his range, but a little bit of a tester for his par. Moser
little flex there.
Yeah. Very similar to what he did on the previous hole. Marc, yeah, like I said, that tree kind of came into play. But he drops right down. For the par.
A little high, but I'll take it.
Yeah. As we're going to see. Can you guess it?
Another par frame.
Yeah. So, folks, that's our motto here at Gatekeeper Media. We play for par. This is our home course.
That's all we can hope for.
Yeah.
Get the lucky bird when we can.
Throw the perfect drive. Yeah. I got to tap in, too. So, everyone with the par. Yep, we're going that way. And a hole 17. Moser still the only one sitting under for the entire tournament. Marc now sitting even for the round. Villa, that triple is really the only thing that kind of stopped him. We got the downhiller, the Smith downhiller. This is traditionally hole 4, where we're going to be coming from the blue tee box. A pretty short shot. Very technical, though.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite holes here at the course, just even from this position.
So coming in at 245 feet.
Just keep the nose down.
Yeah, putter shot, nose down. Slight fade to the left.
So it looks like Erik was throwing something a little overstable and just didn't make the gap. Where Moser looks like he has no problem hitting that gap and slides right up. That's going to be a tap in too.
So Moser really picking it up here at the end. Villas keep stable, nice.
Yeah, and that should be a no problem putt for him as well.
Marc's coming in low.
Now I think that was to avoid really hanging deep right and hyzering out on him really bad. Because out of both sides, you definitely want to be putting from the left side.
Oh yeah, if you're over near like the other tee boxes and everything, that's never fun. As being a lefty, I usually end up over there.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're fighting through a lot of low ceiling, a lot of dense ceiling.
Yeah, it's gross over there. Villa with a nice birdie. He's picking it up here at the end. He's now only 5 over, so he's starting to work his way.
Well, he can't work it very much further, though. We got one hole left after this.
Hey, every hole matters. That 19th hole is all the difference, right? So I have the last two guys here. Erik for his 3. Moser's going to take his 2.
His easy 2, the last to shoot on the card.
And that is it, folks. Just kidding. We have an extra hole. Why do we have an extra hole? What's up with that? So, I do love how we do have an extra hole. The more golf for us. So, a couple green, couple grays. And this one's sponsored by us. This is the 5 and High.
High five.
Yeah. So it's traditionally 5 for Sedgley. This is from the red tee box. 289 coming in, par 3.
But to the raised basket.
Yeah, to the raised basket, which I think is perfect because every time we play the raised basket.
But I would say, why wouldn't you want to play that?
I don't know.
That's a more difficult shot, in my opinion.
Moser's just
stalls out.
Yeah, real early. It is uphill the whole way, so it does play a little farther than 289 for sure.
That looks like it's turning over on him.
Yeah, but
is he gonna fight back?
Yeah, look at that.
Nice.
Right to my feet. That's gonna be that's a putt. Uh-oh. That's turning over. Yeah.
Very short.
Yeah. But I mean he has a lane from there, so he should be able to get his 3. Marc, he's gonna end up over where, he's gonna be where Erik is. Oh no. That's really far.
So he's really pulling to the right on this final hole. That's good placement.
Yeah.
He should be able to take his 3, no problem.
Let's see what Moser is going to do as he pitches up, and he gets it. And that's going to seal the deal.
Yeah.
It was very close here to the end because Kof was running it. Really keeping him. If he would have taken a bogey here, it would have been a playoff. So he was able to get this par. Is that splash down?
Yeah. Weak left side. Oh, no. Villa,
Man, that would have been a good way to end it for Villa.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Marc, for the 3, like you said.
Little low. Just squeaks in right over top of the cage, but hey, an in's an in.
I do love this basket, though. Villa taking the par. Really rough round for Villa. Played really good golf overall. Just 1 or 2 slip-ups that just costed him so much.
And they cascaded to just quite the effect on him.
Moser, though. We're 2 for 2 with Moser winning. Being able to film him. So it was always a pleasure to film him.
And hopefully we'll be seeing him a couple more times this season other than Philly Open.
Yeah, with some Masters that we have. So, great work from Moser. He did have a really close one with Kof, as we're going to see the scores pop up in a minute. But the Delaware Deucer came through.
All right.
Yeah, he took it home. And he shows why. He goes 3 under.
Yeah, especially being 2 over at one point.
Yeah, and he's able to gain those strokes back. Marc was able to just go even. 2 over for the round. We're going to look, Kof, just 1 stroke off him. Kof was on fire there on that back 9, or that round 2. Brandon Howard was able to get up there. We see Caleb. Villa came in 8th, so he was able to respectful.
Tiligatis with a +3.
Yeah.
So that's surprising to me as well.
Yes, this is no joke.
It really put a hurting on a lot of folks.
Yeah, so this is the Philly Open, folks. We hope you enjoyed it. These were some old graphics. This was an older tournament.
Yeah, we did want to differentiate between the 2018 and 2019 season, so the new Philly Open, it's going to be fire, folks.
Yeah. Expect Vegas, but better.
All right, tune in, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.